Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, students. Hope you all will be fine. It's the time to teach you SST. So, open page number 25. Lesson number 4, the polar regions and explorations. Students, in this chapter, we are going to read about what are the polar regions. The polar regions are the area of the earth around the North Pole and the South Pole. They are found within Arctic and Antarctic circles. So, the North Pole is known as Arctic Circle and South Pole is known as Antarctic Circle. The Arctic region is actually the Arctic Ocean, as it composed almost entirely of icebergs. There is very little land except for the northern coast of Asian and North American continents. The icebergs that are so huge and frozen hard, they appear like land masses. People who live in the North Pole are called Inuit. They live in igloos and travel using kayaks. Igloos are basically snow blocks and used to build homes. The snow hardens because of the cold, and the igloos are lined inside with rugs and furs to keep them warm. Now, the Antarctic, on the other hand, is a huge land mass covered with ice and snow. The climate is very cold all the year around and extremely cold and in winter. There is no significant vegetation except mosses and lichens in summer. The animals in the Antarctic region are penguins, seals, walruses, whales, besides a big variety of fish. Explorer takes the huskies, sturdy dog that pull the sledges across the snow. Antarctic has not been inhabited because of its extremely cold climate. It has been declared under protection as an international region for research, and some research stations here for this purpose. Scientists, geologists, and geographic visits Antarctica for research. It is possible that this region has oil and valuable minerals, but no country is allowed to exploit them. Okay, why do we explore? Humans have always been curious about the world around them. Some early travelers simply wanted to find out more about the world. Other explorers went in search of wealth. They looked for land, minerals, oil fields, spices, and other resources. Exploration is the act of traveling through any place in order to know about or in search of something in it. A long time ago, people went out in search of wealth, namely land, minerals, spices, etc. Some crossed oceans in search of wealth, thereby established trade routes, both land and ocean-based trade routes, and eventually man succeeded in traveling to the outer space, to the moon. Okay, now there are some famous explorers in which Ibn Battuta, Vasco da Gama, Marco Polo, Neil Armstrong is specified in this lesson. They have contributed in many areas of life. So, read it by yourself. Like Ibn Battuta was a Moroccan scholar and a traveler. He is known as greatest traveler of a pre-modern time. Then it's Vasco da Gama was Portuguese explorer who was born in Sines, Portugal in 1460, and he reached Vasco da Gama and he has many contributions in exploration of the world. Then it's Marco Polo. He is merchant, explorer and a writer. Neil Armstrong. We know that Neil Armstrong is the first explorer to go into space and walk on the moon. So students, read it by yourself. Underline difficult words. Hope you will understand it. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.